Today, we're fixing these. And here's how we're gonna do it. You're gonna need this. This is a all-purpose aluminum polish. And I'll leave it here for a second if you want it. You're gonna need 2 microfibers, 1 for each tip. And then some shop towels to prep your surface. Alright, let's get it done. Alright, so you're gonna start off with your normal towel, and you're just going to wipe away all the surface grime, all the stuff that you really don't want on your microfiber towels, even though we are throwing them away after we're done. And you're going to do this to both sides, just to prep everything before polishing. Now that your tips are prepped and ready, you are going to take your polish, take off this cover, and as you can see, mine's pretty old, so it's not in the best condition. But what we're gonna do is you're basically gonna take about that much, and you're gonna wipe it around your exhaust tips, just enough to kind of get an even layer. What you're gonna do is use a little bit of elbow grease and really scrub away. And as you can see, it takes off a lot of dirt. But make sure you use all that's on there before you reapply. And even that looks 10 times better. But we're not done quite yet. And we're actually going to use this microfiber to more mix it than anything else, just to really get that compound nice and ready for use, I guess you could say. So we're going to do, now we've kind of started this, we're going to work our way up. And work our way around as much as we can. Now, as you saw, I was using quite a bit of polish, but honestly, only a little bit is super duper necessary. And of course, as I'm doing this, it's gonna rain, guaranteed. Now this is a very time-consuming process, so don't get frustrated if at first it doesn't work, because it really does take quite a bit of elbow grease. And also, if you mess up like I just did, take one of those shop towels and go ahead and take that off, because that usually stays put if you leave it. And also, a quick side note, you can also use the shop towels for the whole process if you want. But there is always that slight chance of some of that blue getting onto your exhaust tips. Mind you, that will burn off, so it's fine. In fact, I think I will use these for the rest of the video, just to save my towels, because once you're done with these, generally speaking, you want to throw your equipment that you used away. And some spots really do need a lot of convincing, so just give it time. And make sure you're getting these edge areas, because that's what really makes this whole entire thing pop. Periodically cleaning and buffing all of this out, because you want to make sure that you don't stain anything. And don't be afraid to use, literally, this is still one tip. And as you can see, we are getting to the point where there isn't a whole lot left. So now, I think it's time for a before and after. Alright, polished or unpolished? Polished, unpolished. Alright, time for side number 2. And what you're going to do is repeat the same process. But if you want, you can always start with a fairly heavy coat. Just try your best, especially if you have a tip with these little holes in it. You want to try your best to avoid getting anything in there. And you can be slightly wasteful with how you do this if you really want to, and you can already see the difference just from that little bit of polishing. And once again, clean off your bumper, and when it gets dirty like this, you can either turn your cloth inside out like so and keep going with the same one, or switch out your microfiber. That way everything stays nice and consistent. Looks like we're all out. Also, I buy all my shop towels and all that either on Amazon or at Sam's Club. So whichever one is easier for you, I would advise picking up some blue shop towels in bulk, because when you buy them in bulk, it just makes life so much easier. Let's go grab batch number 2. All right, on to roll number 2. And now, use a lot less polish when you're doing the inside, but still try your best to avoid getting too much of that product in the actual exhaust tip. And mind you, doing this inside part is not necessary at all. Alright, now that I think we're at a good spot, we're gonna buff off all our polish and we will be all done for today's video. Definitely looks better than before, that's for sure. Well, thank you if you stayed till the end, and have a wonderful day.